Guys, here is a video on vitamin D. Vitamin D is a fat soluble vitamin and we'll look after the chemistry of vitamin D. So the vitamin D exists in mainly two forms. First one is D2 vitamin. It is also called as the ergocalciferol, and another one is the D3 vitamin, that is cholecalciferol. So this is the chemistry of vitamin. We'll look after the sources, the two main sources of vitamin D. First one is the exogenous source, which is obtained from outside, whereas the second one is the endogenous source, that is obtained from inside our body. Exogenous source, the D2 is obtained from the plants, whereas the D3 is obtained from the fish liver oil, also the cod liver oil. The endogenous, which is prepared, the vitamin D is also prepared inside our body, that is by the conversion of 7-dehydrocholesterol is getting converted into cholecalciferol, that is vitamin D3, in the presence of the UV radiations and which is taking place inside our skin. So the provitamin form of vitamin D is 7-dehydrocholesterol and ergosterol. So what is the RDA daily requirement? In adults it is 10 μg, whereas in pregnancy it is 15 μg. Why there is increase in some amount? Because it is also required for the fetus. Next we'll see about the absorption. How vitamin D is getting absorbed inside our body. It gets absorbed in our intestine, and vitamin D is mainly stored in the liver and other tissues. Vitamin D is not in active form. It has to be activated. It is in inactive form before it has to be get activated. It needs to be converted into active form in the presence of very important enzyme, that is hydrolase enzyme. So hydrolase enzyme is the one which converts the vitamin D3 inactive form into vitamin D3 active form. So the process has been noted down here. Cholecalciferol, that is vitamin D3, which is in inactive form, is getting converted into 25-hydroxy cholecalciferol in the liver in the presence of enzyme 25-hydroxylase, a very important enzyme. So this 25 you can remember here also. So this 25 comes here, 25-hydroxylase and is the enzyme, and the product obtained is 25-hydroxy cholecalciferol. So the 25-hydroxy cholecalciferol is further getting converted into 1,25-dihydroxy cholecalciferol. It is also known as calcitriol 1,25-DHC. So it is the active form of the vitamin D3. It is getting converted in the presence of 1-hydroxylase. So remember this 1 and 1 comes here. It is mainly taking place in the kidney as well as bones. This is about the activation of vitamin D. We'll list out some functions of the vitamin D, some important functions of vitamin D. So the first function is vitamin D. Whenever you listen about the vitamin D, the main thing comes in your head is about the bones. It gives strength to your bones, mainly strength and growth to your bones. So first point is the bone mineralization and the bone formation. It helps for the mineralization of the bone, increases the number of activity of osteoblast and osteoclast. It also stimulates the calcium uptake. So gradually when there is increase in the calcium uptake, there will be more vitamin D3. So the first function is bone mineralization and bone formation. So moving on further to second function is calcium and phosphate homeostasis. Remember, there should be a balance between the calcium and phosphate. If there is increase or decrease in the concentration, it might lead to various bone problems. So there should be a homeostasis between calcium as well as phosphate. Calcitriol is also known as hypercalcemic hormone. What does it do? When there is decrease in calcium concentration in our human body, calcitriol tries to increase the calcium concentration. It also helps in maintaining the homeostasis. As I've said here, if there is deficiency of vitamin D, what will be the causes? So first one, it causes rickets. Second one, it causes osteomalacia. And third one is renal rickets. We'll look some few information about the three deficiencies. So the first one is rickets. What is happening here? There is disease of growing of the bone. So you won't be having enough amount of vitamin D in your body. There will be gradually decrease in the calcium level, which will not give a proper nutritious growth to your bones, and it will give a blunt kind of bone where your bone will start to become soft and pliable, that is easily bent. It will be like easily bent. There will be no strong strength movement in your bones. It is due to the insufficient mineralization. As I have said, there is no growth, there is no calcium level. Gradually there will be softening of the bones. So what are the main features? These things might come for your case study examination. So the features includes the bow legs, knock knees, pigeon chest, as well as the bended appearance. So in osteomalacia, this is about the rickets. So next comes the osteomalacia. Here you can see there is insufficient mineralization of the bones. Same as that of rickets, there will be softening of the bone. As there is gradually decrease in the calcium concentration, there will be decrease or softness of the bones. So bone pain, there will be pain in your bones, and there will be chances of fracture of the bones. The third one is the renal rickets. In renal rickets, you can see that there is kidney failure in these patients. So now we'll look after about the toxicity as well as the causes of vitamin D. So when will the toxicity be caused in vitamin D? When there is excess consumption of the vitamin D, when there is increase in the concentration of vitamin D inside your body, it will cause hypervitaminosis D. It causes hypervitaminosis D. So what are the symptoms? So the symptoms include, there will be gradual degeneration or demineralization of the bones. There will be huge loss of weight. It causes weakness, polyuria, that is increase in the concentration of urine, and increase in thirst. So what are its causes? Why vitamin D is decreased in your body? Why it is? Because you are not going, like you're not being under sunlight for at least some hours, because you get scared that you'll get tanned. So causes include not exposed to sun properly, nutritional deficiency of calcium or potassium, there will be decrease in concentration of calcium in your body, calcium inside your body, or malabsorption of vitamin, in the sense you're taking normal amount of vitamin D, or consuming normal amount, but there is some deficiency or there is some malabsorption of the vitamin inside your body, or there might be abnormality of vitamin D activation, in the sense the vitamin D is present in inactive form, that is vitamin D3, but it is not getting converted into active form. What is the active form? It is 1,25 dihydroxycholecalciferol. So activation is not happening. And the last one is there is decrease in the renal absorption of phosphates. Due to this, you can see renal failure occurring. So these are some of the causes. I hope you have understood about the vitamin D. So that's it about this video. Please do a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe. Thank you.